This is Taylor and Rayla, teaching you how to read a topographic map, using Devil's Tower National Park in Wyoming as our example.
This is Devil's Tower. As you can see, it is located in Junction, Wyoming. The dotted lines are trails, not to be confused with contour lines, and the blue lines are rivers. They aren't contour lines because they cross.
Now we'll tell you how to read a topographic map. This is a topographic map of Devil's Tower. You see all the solid lines covering the map. These are contour lines. They show elevation, slope, and relief. Contour lines never cross because they represent space between each other. A closed contour line is the very peak of a mountain.
Elevation is how high above sea level a certain point is. The index contour line is a reference point. Count a few lines up from it and then multiply the number of lines by the contour interval. The contour interval is the difference of height between each contour line. This map's interval is 25, so I would multiply the number of lines by 25 and add that to the index contour line height to find the elevation of that line.
The slope is the steepness of the area. The farther apart the contour lines are, the more gradual the slope. The closer they are, the more steep. So when picking a camping spot, make sure it is in between two contour lines that are far apart from each other because it will be flat enough to pitch a tent. Likewise, when picking a hiking trail, consider the difficulty level. If you don't want a very steep trail, don't go on trails that cross a lot of contour lines. A fairly flat trail could go in between two contour lines.
The relief is the difference between its high and low points. Subtracting the lowest elevation from the highest gives you the area's relief.
This is a compass rose. It shows directions such as north, south, east, and west. These are useful on maps to tell if you're going the right way. The map key is a chart that describes human-made and natural features in the area. Map keys can show where forests begin and end of bodies of water, are helpful finding establishments such as restaurants or ranger stations. The symbols are indicators of properties on the map.
Another kind of map is a relief map that shows how high or low land features are. Mountains look like ripples and are usually brown since brown colors represent points high above sea level. Plateaus are areas high above sea level but are fairly level and next to mountainous areas. Plains are flat areas on a map represented by light green. Lastly, dark green signifies land that is sea level.
Some other maps are political maps that show states, countries, capitals, and borders. There are also road maps that show highways and freeways, as well as dirt roads.
This is a map scale. It relates distance on the maps to distances in real life. As you can see on this scale, 1 inch on a map is worth 2,000 feet in life size. Say you are traveling to a point on a map 3 inches away from where you are. You're going to travel 6,000 feet.
Join Our Ridge Trail at Devil's Tower is an easy 1.5-mile loop trail that takes 1 to 2 hours and is convenient for wildlife watching or just taking a stroll. The elevation is low, so there's no worry about steep hills. If you want a more difficult trail, try the Red Beds Trail. It's a 2.8-mile loop that should take 2 to 2.5 hours to complete.
The huge attraction at Devil's Tower is probably the large prairie dog population. These cute little rodents have a colony near the east entrance of the park. There is much more wildlife there other than prairie dogs. Hawks, snakes, minks, and coyotes also call the park home.
YOLO.
And YOLO.
Yeah.
Pause for a second and then start so we can cut this out.
I'll do it!
Cassie!
Cassie! You're not actually supposed to pause the video!
We need to pause talking.
We need a
but it
camera
starts over
person.
talking. This is Devil's Tower.
No, it's not working! It was not working! Freaking computer! I hate my laptop.
I think we should have one worse. Skype? Please down out of Skypes here.
No, my Skype sounds are turned off. It won't show up. Wait, but I'm logged in.
Far apart from each other, because it will be flat enough to pitch a tent. Likewise, when picking a hiking trail, consider the difficulty level. If you don't want a very steep trail, don't go on trails that cross a lot of contour lines. A fairly flat trail could go in between two contour